Okay. Boy, I come back to this thing and all of a sudden nothing is working. I don't have chat. I got nothing. Here's the text. Alright, so welcome back to MacPaladin's Retro Gaming Emporium. Extremely late edition because, oh my god, the camera software, my headset, nothing was working. Nothing was working. But we have subsequently fixed that. And I figured out why it wasn't working, and so, yay! Anyway. Now, we're within 5% of the minimum required to get the best possible ending. Now, I'm going to go for a somewhat completionist. I like to get at least 195. In order to get the best ending of the game, you have to have at least 187% of the castle explored, defeat all bosses, get all of Dracula's parts. You know the drill. So that's what we're going to aim for. But we're at 182.2%, so we're pretty close. I feel pretty good about that. I'm trying to decide where to put the screen so that way I can still see the important stuff, just in case the whole shebang starts to fail again. And I'm going to notify the Fragments of Silicon Discord that we are finally live. Now, if you're coming in from Varias' gaming studio, we do have an automatic live notification anytime one of the members that have registered goes live on stream. So there is that. Plus, I got to reopen all of my tabs. Alright, I'll get my maps, and we're going to kick this pig. Alright, now we had a walkthrough here. Alright, now here's one of the big optionals. Let's see. Doppelganger. Reverse entrance. We defeated Beelzebub. Alright, so we're going to head to the Reverse Coliseum. I just want to get my inverse castle map that I had here. Alright, so let's see exactly where I am here. Well, Tippy, I'm afraid you can't be on TV today, buddy. You got it? There's my big boy. Alright, so we're going to be going down like this, because we're going to go through the reverse chapel. Down, down, down into the ring of fire. I don't think there was anything in here. Alright, we're generally heading the right direction. Bye-bye. Took some hits there. Did not mean to do that. Is that the way I wanted to go? Yep, that is indeed the way I wanted to go. There we go. The Anti-Chapel. This place always trips me out. I suppose I could just poison gas cloud everything. That would be the easy way to do it, wouldn't it? Whoa. These... Wah! I do not like you. Just want to make sure we're filling this whole area in, otherwise my whole plan is for naught. Now, since we are opting for the optional boss battle, I should point out that eventually we will be backtracking to Deathwing's lair. Alright, dirtbag, where are you? I believe the upper path is the one that leads us where we want to go. God damn it, I missed a couple of spots. Now, what we need to get here... Alright, so we got the lower corner, now I just need this upper corner. Did we get it? Fine. We'll do it the hard way. Alright, did we get it? There. Now I'm happy. You know, the poison gas cloud really does make it so much easier. Now, if we get lucky, we'll get a Gerthang out of this. I'm gonna try it a few times because I do like the bloodthirsty sword a little bit. And we got a shield. I'm surprised I didn't kill him with one shot. Getting shields up the wazoo. I don't think that's what I was looking for. Getting a lot of interesting drops, though. Okay, I'm going to try it a few more times, and then I'm going to take a luck pill. Now, I know some people are like, well, why don't you just try the Arcana, the Ring of Arcana? I mean, that's definitely an option. Actually, it's not a bad idea. It's just that it's a pretty steep... Now I gotta find it. I know I have the damn thing. Is that it? That's it. This should increase the rare drops. There it is. That's my favorite alternate sword. It's so obvious when you get it, too. Now, it starts out lower powered than the poison sword, but... the more damage you do with it, the more deadly it gets. Now, will we ever actually use it? Debatable. Alright, now that we got our thing, let's put that back. And, just for the record, I'm not going to be pursuing the Masamune. It's, it's back a little bit, and I'd have to whack enemies over and over and over again to get them, so... And then we'd have to go do the trick, and it's just not worth it. At least not for a gimmick. I mean, that's... You know. That's one of those your mileage may vary type things. Alright, so the upper door here will take us to the Reverse Coliseum. And we're going to go take on Fake Grant, Sypha, and Trevor. Oh, that's my favorite weapon. Holy crap. Alright, so that is the save room. You know, for mainly being just an obstruction, these things do a hell of a lot of damage to you. Alright, murder everything! And I did actually get a couple of hits in with the Kerr thing. Just for funsies. I'm actually going this way because there's a life max up. Woof! Oh, do not want. Man, I don't want that one either. I just like bashing on him. Get my aquamarine. I hit him with the boot bounce there. Aw, yeah. plow right into him. Hold on a minute. Oh, there it is. A sword named Graham. Alright, so we got Graham. What other optional goodies we got here? Okay, I can go straight down from here. Here we go. Oh, yeah? They all did. I actually paused for a second so that you could see the sprites of the characters. But I think when I wiped out Sypha that I accidentally took Trevor with me. Well, in this game he's called Ralph. But still. Because in the original Castlevania 3 he was Ralph C. Belmont. Is that the spot I missed? No, that's in the room above. Okay, here we go. Oof. I just want to get that one spot and then we're out of here. Pretty much just sweep the room with sword swings. Now, I believe there's a save room that I skipped over here. Yeah, I gotta go past the other, words are hard. Alright, we're going to backtrack a little bit. The Fury Plate. Or something to that effect. I think it does some cumulative thing, but I'm not 100% sure. Ha! Merd. Go ahead, come get me, buddy. My sword familiar likes being aggressive. Alright. Oop, I went the wrong way. Tippy, what are you doing, buddy? There's Tippy Cat. At least his butt. Do 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 do. Oh. Oddly satisfying. Alright, now we got the Twilight Cloak, which I believe is finally better than what we've got. Yeah, it's equivalent defense, but it brings our Constitution score up a point. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna go take on Medusa first. Since she's right here. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Bad kitty, go away. Alright, here we go. I know, once I get this sword, the whole game is just anticlimactic. There's no exciting boss battles. But that's why I get the sword, because, well, Well, there is one exciting boss battle, and that's the battle between Shaft and Dracula. Because you have to fight both of them. Now this kind of takes us back to the other side of the beginning of the reverse castle, and so in order to get the rib of Vlad and take on the final section, we need to get the hell did I miss? We'll need to go through Deathwing's lair and take on Akumajo too. And then from there on out, it's pretty much just map cleanup. As I said, I'm not going to get everything, but I do want to get as close to 200% as I possibly can. Alright, and then we'll reconnect to the main area. It said there was a Bwaka knife in this room. I sure didn't see it. Oh, that was the weird throwing dagger thingy. Hey, that was a pretty spot-on shot there. Alright, so this will take us back to the castle keep. Expose us to a few more enemies I don't think we've killed before. I think I got it. Alright, now we gotta backtrack a bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're out of magic power. Almost forgot about this. Sadly, there's nothing to do in the confessional, but still got to reveal the room. See, I don't know why, but I thought there was an item in there. Make sure. Alright. We'll backtrack over to here. And this should take us to Deathwing Slayer. This should have some pretty sinister music. If I'm recalling correctly. Yep, I missed it. It's in. There's a thing in this room. There it is. There it is. Interesting. Of course, this is the annoying version of this room. Then we definitely want to go over here because we will get the Alucard mail here, which should be the best armor. Yeah, it's a 5-point difference between the Darkness mail and this. And I don't think we'll need the Spike Breaker anytime soon. Get ready for it. Here we go. The Bone of Vlad. That only took like, what, 4 seconds? Alright, so that is it for all of the parts of Dracula. Now, do I need to fill in this room? Oh, yeah. Well, there we go. Is that the room with the... Nope, the save point's underneath us. Okay. Adjust myself to a more comfortable position here. I was starting to develop a spinal injury there or something. Alright, now we go this way. Owie. Alright, and this is the last room of the Colosseum. Alright, I'll take that level up. I will take that level up. Oh. What was this? Interesting. Alright, so this... takes us... over here. Okay, now in theory we could just go and do the final battle right now. But just for cleanup purposes, I do want to get a couple more things. And always remember, there's a room like this in both versions of the castle that has one of every weapon, every sub-weapon in the game. So no matter what you prefer to go after Shaft and Dracula with, you are covered. Alright, there's a little interconnecting area here that I need to deal with. And there's two rooms that I can't get to yet because the clock has to reopen them. So we have to futz around a little bit. Ha! You tried! Yeah, get him. Holy moly. I think we've been through this part before, so I can stop taking heavy damage. And as I said, there's a couple of gaps in the castle, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just getting the big rooms. Got that. Got all that. Yeah, I think aside from reconnecting the two sides of the marble gallery, I think we're pretty much it. Man, those things hit hard. Yeah. Yeehaw. Actually, I think if I keep taking on those final guards, I'll probably go up a level real quick here. Let's see if I can go up 1 or 2 more levels. Whew! Oof. Ridiculous. It never occurred to me to level grind this way before. What level am I now? 54. Wow. Yeah, you go ahead and try to defend yourself, buddy. Seems like the more times I try to grind this, the more the smarter they're getting. I gotta watch this, or I'm gonna get killed. Yeah, now that we've found this secret level grind, let's not biff it by dying in the process, right? Yeah, if I didn't have this sword, I don't think this level grind would be possible. Whoop. It's ridiculous. Just bashing him right through the shield. I'm trying to remember if these guys drop some significant piece of armor. Like something obscenely powerful. I don't think I've ever had my hit points this high before. I don't think I've ever made it to level 60 before. Is that it? No, it's just taking longer now. How far did that get us? Boy, if I really wanted to sit here and grind for a while, I probably could get to level 99. But as it stands, I'm going to go for level 62 because it's a nice round number. And then we're going to get the hell out of here. Because for some inexplicable reason, they seem to be learning and are getting harder to beat. Now, even with this vastly superior weapon, Dracula takes a few more hits. Than I feel comfortable taking without various potions and health items. Alright, that interconnected here, and there's a couple more room reveals directly above us. I'm reasonably certain I've been here before. Yeah. I'm just varying it up a little bit to make it more interesting now. $1,123 hit points. I'm fairly certain that's the highest I've ever been. I've never needed to be this high to beat the game before. It was just the discovery that I could level up so quickly with those final guards. The revelation, if you will. Pretty sure that's it. There's nothing else really supremely interesting here. Alright, so we're going to take it on as is. Since I'm the highest level I've ever been playing this game before. Ooh, that's neat. I don't know what I got, but I got something. Oh yeah, that's right. I did want to wait for this other side to open up. I'm trying to remember how long the wait was, though. A minute or two? In case you're wondering, the stream has not frozen. I'm just seeing how long I have to wait before the other statue moves out of the way here. Freshen up my drink here while we're waiting. Alrighty. Do 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 do. Is there a set of conditions where I have to force it? Because it seems to me, according to the map I'm looking at here, it actually has this area marked off in purple, like there's a secret way to do it. It's kind of interesting. It's just a bunch of resist fire, resist thunder, dark, and holy. So it's not a big deal. We'll wait one more minute here. $30, and then we're going to go for the final battle. Now, one thing I am going to do while I'm waiting here is I'm going to go dual Crusaegrim. Alright. Got a bunch of hit points. I got a bunch of, I think I've just been collecting mana prisms all along and not using them. We got food items up the wazoo here. Plenty of things with massive amounts of destructive power. HP. I got 3 powers of Sire, so I mean, if I wanted to just nuke Dracula, I'm good to go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and equip that. Oops. And we're just going to go for it. Now, spoiler alert, if we don't get the ending where Maria runs after Alucard, which I would be very surprised. Then we'll go and look for all of these missing areas. Do not want to fall in the hole yet. Up.
Belmondo を操っていたのは貴様だな。なぜ奴を上司として祭り上げた？ヴァンパイアハンターは古来より聖なる力で邪悪を滅ぼしてきた。だがハンター同士が戦えばベルモンドの力は他を圧倒する。同じ性質の力ならまず倒すことはできまい。その通り。奴を操り上手にすることで儀式に邪魔な者を排除したのだ。だがそれもここまでのようだな。それはどうですかな。最後の生贄として汝の死すべき半身を捧げる。
The sword took care of him.
自分の肉体を捨てた者に この世でも居場所などない。貴様の好きな
We didn't even get the full battle music going. ？Here we go.
父上。おお、誰かと思えば久しいな、我が息子よ。できるなら会いたくはなかった。こうなった以上、ここから先に行かせるわけにはいかない。相も変わらず人間どもの味方をしておるのか。よもや奴らがお前の母親にしたことを忘れたわけではあるまいな。忘れられるものか。だが母は人間への復讐を望んではいなかった。まだそんな世まいことを言うか。まあよい。今度こそ下賤な血を消し去り、我が眷属に加えてやろうぞ。母の名にかけてドラキュラ、再びあなたを倒す。今日もこれが私の真の姿だ。あるべきところに帰る。
That was a funny noise.
母を苦しめるな。なぜだ。なぜ私はこうも破れる。力とは守るものがあってこそ限界を超えることができる。愛するものを失い、愛することをやめたとき、あなたはすでに負けていた。そうか、皮肉なものだ。力を求めるがゆえに失ったものが私の敗因であるとはな。アルカードよ、教えてくれ。リサは最後に何と言ったのだ。人間を恨んではいけない。もし人間が許されない存在であるなら、自ら滅びの道を歩む。その世界の住人にあらざる者は手を下すべきではないと。そして父上、あなたを永遠に愛していると。リサ、私は間違っていたの。
Jesus Christ, that is the fastest I've ever beat this game, even with this weapon. Of course, I've never powered up the sword familiar to 90 before. I'm pretty sure it was maxed out by the time I got to the end of the game. I was kicking so much ass there with the enemies. He was getting to the point to where the sword was just going right to the enemy and wouldn't miss. Alright, let's see if we get the good ending. I'm pretty sure I did. Come on. Like I said, as far as I know, every guide I've ever found says that saving Richter and getting 187% is approximately where you need to be.
そう言ってくれると助かる。だがよく覚えておいてくれ。この世界に破滅をもたらすことができるのは奴じゃない。人間自分自身だということを。分かった。肝に銘じておこう。
アルカード、 これからどうするの？
俺の体に流れる呪われた血はこの世界には不要だ。人目につかぬ方がよかろう。
そう。
ではさらばだ。もう二度と会うこともあるまい。
あるか。
いいのかマリア、追わなくても。
ごめんなさい。やっぱり彼を放っておけない。
いいんだ。だが自分の選んだ道だ。決して後悔をしないようにな。
ありがとう。それじゃ元気でね。
ああ、マリアこそ元気でな。
All right, she ran after him, so that's the best possible ending. So there we go. Dracula X, Nocturne in the Moonlight. It's been a hell of a run. 8 parts. I thought it was going to go 10, but I'm going to go turn the mixer down so that way we don't get a copyright thing. As much as I love this song, there are a few things that the bots do go after, so what is kind of cool, though, is that they did this entire song in English, so both the Japanese and the American version of this game have the same ending music. Like the sun, just like the sun, when my day's done. No, I'm just mocking it. These salsa verde Tostitos are suddenly making me think about Jack in the Box. Give me them soy tacos all day, every day. It's almost beef. Mostly hydrolyzed soy product. Very nice. It's a fantastic game. I mean, I think they really topped themselves. All of the other there's a lot of fun to be had in the subsequent Castlevania games. But I really feel like the series peaked with Nocturne and Moonlight, aka Symphony of the Night. They did perfect a couple of things in Aria of Sorrow. And we will be getting to that soon enough. I'm probably going to play some random arcade style games on emulator for a bit. Just as a palate cleanser for the nighttime show. And then before we start Aria of Sorrow. Now, Aria of Sorrow I do have in English, so there's no significant difference between the Japanese and American version other than English versus Japanese. So there's really no reason for me to set up something special for that. But the one special thing we are going to be doing is when we finally conclude MS Saga, I'm going to start playing Lunar Magic School for the Sega Saturn, and hopefully Galix will be able to translate for us, and that'll be in the afternoon show. So I'm really looking forward to that because that's going to be an interesting coordinated effort. So that's it. Dracula X, Nocturne in the Moonlight. Now on this version, instead of getting the bat wings, you get the Beyonder Eye to show that you completed it. And somehow I completed 208.1% of the game. Go figure that. I think it's based on the fact that this version of the game has a couple of optional areas that were omitted from the original game. But the completion counter is still rigged that 200% is the main castle. So the main areas of the castle and all of its little ancillary secrets. So that's pretty cool. 208.1%. That's fun. Yeah, because I found both of the prison, both versions of the prison and both versions of the garden, and fought the optional bosses and whatnot there. So that's pretty cool. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed our playthrough of... Hey, Gollix. It's okay, buddy. Beat the game, and we got 208.1% on the Saturn version, which is... I'm going to guesstimate somewhere around 197% of the original game. So it was so anticlimactic. I got in there, and my sword familiar is so powerful that it literally hit Dracula, made this splutch noise, this like noise like that, and he died. The dialogue sequence where Alucard and Dracula were talking was 5 times longer than the battle itself, at least. Like I got in there, and he whacked me a couple of times, and I lost about 200 hit points. Well, what's funny was another thing unfortunately that you missed there. So we'll do a little recap here. The one thing you missed that was kind of fun was I found out that using the Crusaegrim against the final guards, you know, the gold guys who put up the shield and throw the sword and lay down the row of flame and all that stuff. When I first encounter them, they drop 4,500 XP. So I leveled up to 62, which is the highest level I've ever been in this game, because I never tried to beat these guys. I never tried to grind these guys with this weapon, because they kind of get smarter the more times you encounter them. And there's a limit, but they kind of get smarter, so they start attacking you more frequently and more viciously. But I went up like 8 levels. What was it? 8, 9 levels, I think it was. We'll watch it on the video later, but let me close that down and switch to chatting mode here. So yeah, it was like I went up like 8 levels, And so I was at level 62, and it's the highest level I've ever been beating this game. And so we went and cleared a few more rooms, and then I went back in and I said, "Oh, I don't want to fall down the middle," so I hovered with gas cloud and then fell down. But because of the extra areas in this version of the game, I was able to complete it at 208% and get the best ending. So who cares? All the extra areas paid off in the end. I think it's my highest completion percentage on this game. So, a glorious victory. And as I was telling everybody before you popped in, we're going to take a little breather, and I'm going to do a couple of weeks of arcade-style games or something at night, and then I'm going to start Aria of Sorrow for the nighttime stream, and then in the daytime stream, if we ever manage to finally beat MS Saga, our next game is going to be, and this will give me time to figure out the logistics of this, because our next game, of course, is going to be Lunar Magic School, which is the special enhanced remake of the Game Gear Classic. I don't know if that's a proper term, because, I mean, honestly, I've played the Game Gear game and it's not very good. But the Sega Saturn version remake of the game has FMV cutscenes and a lot of spoken dialogue and vastly enhanced graphics and so on and so forth. So since we've got the emulator and whatnot set up here, I think that's what we're going to play. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, but you know, everybody will just have to wait in anticipation until mid-January before we actually get to that. Yeah, well, that's the problem with the Game Gear, is that it does take 6 AA batteries and runs for like 2 hours before dying. Although, at one point, I did have a universal power adapter. Optionally, you could, like the Game Boy, plug in an external power adapter. So if you were playing longer RPGs, like, say, Shining Force 2, or Lunar Magic School, or there's a few others. I actually have one in my collection. I don't recall the name of off the top of my head. But if you have longer games like that, you can plug into the wall and be anchored, I guess. Kind of defeats the purpose of a handheld, but, you know, whatever. I can't even take a long bus ride with my Game Gear! It's like, right, but why would you want to play games that look like pea soup? That was the argument at the time. I don't think it holds any more water now than it did back then, but, you know, who am I to judge, right? So, yeah. Oh, man. So that was a good run. I'm pretty happy about it. Didn't die a lot. I think we only died twice, and then, of course, as I predicted this, I told you this was how it was going to be, and once I got it, it was pretty much just the exploration that was taking all the time. But once I got the damn sword, I was invincible. It didn't even matter what armor I was wearing, because nothing could get through. Most of the enemies were paralyzed as soon as they got hit by the sword, so absolutely nothing could get through. And the boss battles were ridiculous, because once you get the Crusaegrim, they realize they done goofed, and it should be a pretty difficult drop to get. I mean, look at how many tries it took me to get. It took me 50 tries with the luck potion to get it. So, only the stout of heart. And of course, back in '97 when the game originally came out, who was sitting there grinding enemies infinitely to find? I found it completely by accident in the PSP remake in 2008. I didn't even know it existed before that. And I have this game for the PlayStation. I bought it when it was new. I think the only really fascinating weapon that I got in my first playthrough of this game... Right? Yep. Yeah, I mean, there weren't really play guides on the internet in '97. you know, January '98 when I got the game, there weren't any of those. Oh man, I bought the game. I pre-ordered the game and bought it when I was working at Babbage's back in '97. That and Final Fantasy VII. I suppose, but I mean, like I said, the idea of picking up because the inventory is infinite, so there really isn't full slots. You know, in theory, if they just kept adding items to it, you know, you could scroll indefinitely. So, I don't think there's a finite inventory in this game. So that would be a tough one to call, unless like, does the game have an internal compendium? I know they have a monster compendium, but I don't think they have a weapons compendium. I'll have to think about this. I'll have to do some research. Yeah, like I think there's actually blank lines in Aria of Sorrow where these items are supposed to go. What was the immediate next game in this series? It was Circle of the Moon. I think is next in 2001, and then Harmony of Dissonance in 2002 or 2003, and then Aria of Sorrow came out somewhere between 2003 and 2006. Well, it would have to be 2003 because uh, um, Portrait of Ruin came out in 2006 for the DS, and then followed by Dawn of Sorrow in 2007 and Order of Ecclesia in 2008. Or did Dawn come out before Portrait of Ruin? Well, the N64 games came out in the 90s. They came out in 97, 98. And, I think that Castlevania 64 was actually a concurrent release with Symphony of the Night. Okay, then that was 2005. And then Portrait came out in 2006, and Order of Ecclesia came out in 2008. That's how it goes. And of course, you don't have to take my lackluster historian brain word for it. Anybody can look this information up online. So, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you know, having a quaint little discussion like this after the fact is supposed to add to the fun and charm of the whole stream, right? But no, that makes sense. Because I'm pretty sure Aria came out in 2003, and then Dawn came out in 2005. So that sounds about right. Order of Ecclesia was the last mainline Castlevania game to come out under the watchful eye of Igarashi. I don't want to hear about Harmony of Despair. It is, nor do I want to hear about Castlevania Judgment. Both of those games are not canon as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. It came out, I think it came out, what, in 2010 on the Virtual Console? Supposedly they had for iOS they now have a sort of isekai game, and apparently it's only for the iPhone. Well, there you go. I think at one point I had the cartridge chip for the follow-up games after Igarashi left Konami. I have the follow-up games, the Lord of Shadows. I have both of the Lord of Shadows games, and I also have the Mirror of Fate, which kind of goes. It's kind of a throwback game that goes back to Metroidvania. But it follows that storyline, so I've never really tried it. I would have liked to have seen the 1999 war and a final resolution to this whole thing. I guess Dawn of Sorrow though is going to have to suffice as being the legitimate end game for this whole thing. There was something weird about Order of Ecclesia that had the Circle of the Moon aesthetic to it in several weird ways. It was just a very different game, and I love it to death. And maybe I'll get a chance to play it at some point on stream, but it is pretty damn difficult, even if you know all the tricks, which I know most of them. But yeah. Well, it wasn't that someone was seeking it so much as he was legitimately the soul bearer, so to speak, the physical manifestation in the modern world of Dracula himself. So, but it's possible somebody else could want to. Right. Yeah, that was kind of the plot, wasn't it? That was kind of the plot of Dawn of Sorrow. You know, interestingly enough, I've never beat Dawn of Sorrow. I did get access to the Abyss, but one of these days I'm going to have to beat the game. I actually want to beat the game before I try to stream it. And it's just one of those things that I just haven't found the time to do the level grinding necessary to win the game, so... Alright. Well, I hope everybody had a good time. I hope you enjoyed our stream, and I do apologize for not completing it in 2021, but we did have some forced absences that I could not avoid. But that's it. That's Dracula X Nocturne in the Moonlight. And so, like I said, tune in next week. Of course, we'll be doing we'll still be doing MS Saga. It's okay, Galix. We got you. You're good. But yeah, be sure to tune in. Of course, next Sunday when we will be doing more MS Saga in the afternoon. We're getting close. I'm getting close to the point to where I feel confident enough to actually tackle the end game. But it's one of those things where I'm a little anxious because I started playing this game kind of blind on stream. So. Aside from having a text-based strategy guide, there wasn't a lot to go on out there. It's a pretty obscure Gundam-based game, and so I'm kind of taking my time with the ending and offering commentary videos basically while we're doing this whole thing. So hopefully that's interesting to everybody, because like earlier today we were talking about video games and stuff, consoles and moving woes and all sorts of weird stuff. So it was more of a discussion video than a gameplay video, but there was gameplay happening in the background, so at least there's that. So we'll continue MS Saga, and then as I said, I'm getting some hardware together so I can I've got an old Dell Dimension L400C Celeron based machine over here running Windows Millennium Edition, and I found a device at Walmart that allows me to plug in the VGA connector and connect it to my HDMI based capture device. I still need to figure out how to get sound, because I don't yet have a adapter that will do sound. My my HDMI capture device is a very simple one. I got this used at a place called Bookman's for $8, and it works great. But if you want sound, it has to come through HDMI. So that's the only problem that I've run into so far. And so for mobile gaming, it's actually pretty cool because I have this doohickey for my iPhone. I'm trying to put this somewhere so I don't lose it. The cats are notorious for knocking things down and making them disappear permanently. There's the HDMI connector it was attached to. But I need a device that will actually capture not only HDMI video, but then also allow me to extract audio using the RCA cables. So once I figure that out, I've been resisting playing Wing Commander 4, The Price of Freedom. I have a beautiful force feedback Microsoft joystick, the one that was like $160 when it was new, and I got it for $4 at a thrift store. $4.99 at a thrift store, I think it was, and it works flawlessly. It does require external power. You got to plug in one of those figure 8 shaped Panasonic power cords that we used to use on our old boom boxes back in the day. But it's beautiful, and I've been looking online for gaming joysticks for all eternity, basically, and I've been seeing ridiculous prices. Like I had this amazing Saytech joystick back in the day when I was still playing Wing Commander Prophecy. I had a USB based one, and it was absolutely gorgeous. It had like this flip top for firing missiles. It had the danger. It had the plastic cover that said danger on it. You'd flip it up and press the button and fire missiles, and then you'd have all these side buttons and programmable throttle control and all that stuff. And I sold it with that computer. I sold it with that computer when I got rid of it. I built a new computer and I sold the damn joystick, and I don't know what's wrong with me. The equivalent joystick today is like $100. And I got that one for like $39.99 at Fry's Electronics back in 1999, 2000. So I kick myself daily for that. Of course, adjusting for inflation, I probably paid $100 for an equivalent. Oh God. So yeah, so I want to get a couple of pieces of hardware together that will allow me to do that, and I'm examining a couple of different options. And once I do, I'm going to kind of open up the floodgates on retro gaming, because rather than using DOSBox or some other emulator for these games, I want to try to run them in their native environment as much as possible. And so Millennium Edition is kind of the end of the line for a lot of these games. And I've got some old stuff like Force Commander and stuff like that'll be kind of interesting. Of course, we'll have to mute the Star Wars music and all that good stuff. So lots of big plans for the channel. I do want to expand back beyond 3 days a week, but as I said, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to our stream. It will help me considerably with being able to take time off from doing Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash in order to deliver more quality content for you. But other than that, I'm enjoying the streams, and I hope you guys are as well. So once again, that's Dracula X, Nocturne in the Moonlight for the Sega Saturn. And if you'll join me tomorrow on Facebook, facebook.com/MacPaladin, MacPaladin. I will be playing Paladins with the new crew, with Varias and the new crew. So hopefully we'll see you then. But until then, I'm your host, MacPaladin. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, kids. And Happy New Year!